Well, days like these is why you have retractable roofs, and we've got an open one on a gorgeous afternoon for football at NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way down to the 27. A huge play there right off the bat. 54 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Looking to throw. Clements. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. 4 yards.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Tackle me.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Clements. Flush to his right. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. from the gun. Here's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
From the gun on third, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
1-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Number 22.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Clements going for the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run. Here's Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
And out. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 36. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The 12-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bears 3, Texans nothing.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10.
Don't get nervous. 58, come on. 58, come on. Bound to lose one.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Hey, watch the slack. Watch the slack. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start the drive with Wilson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Escaping the pressure right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Wilson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice block.
On 3rd down, Clements. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st down, McCollum. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 14.
From the gun, Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Watson
will wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 4.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He's brought down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check safety, check safety. Hey, 31. 58, right over there,
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
58, come on. Hey, let's get up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Chris Boswell.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
Score Texans 7, Bears 3.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Clements. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch 36, 36, 24. You got nothing. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
Throwing again is Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Watson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. King. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
36. Coming to you.
Now Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another carry for Wilson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. He's he's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Operating from the gun, Clements. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Watch 39. Let's go.
From the gun, Watson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's King, and he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 25. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. King, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from second to third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
They'll run again with Wilson. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Houston, it's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilson, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Number 22.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Pick up on the play, and it's third down.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Fourth down.
They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And the Bears first down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 11. From the gun, Clements. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off play action. Clements. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Clements. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Clements. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zadarius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, Clements. He'll find DeGuara complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP. Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Right back to him on first down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Number 23.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Watson, off play action. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal.
A nice gain of 21 yards. They they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's King, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
This is out quickly to the right. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The score,
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. Trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wilson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Wilson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Clements. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee.